life.
There's that live television event, more than 3 years since Sean Lowe won Catherine's heart on The Bachelor and then married in that ABC TV special. They are happily settled in Dallas, and as far as we can tell, their joy only keeps growing. Specifically, it's grown with a new addition, and we'll talk about that in a moment, but it's nice to have you both here. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, great to be here.
Of course, we have to start by your reaction to this season's Bachelorette. Another Dallasite is on there. Rachel, Sean, your thoughts as you watch?
I don't think they could have chosen a better Bachelorette. I think she's extremely level-headed, which you need going into a crazy atmosphere like the Bachelorette. And I hope that she chooses someone with a similar mindset that realizes once this is all over, enter into real life, and hopefully she can find lasting love like we did.
Yeah, and you guys share that. Finding lasting love on this show, let's be honest, the track record has not been spectacular. And you watch it and you can sort of see why in a way, because you have these competing forces. On the one hand, you probably thought going into it, well, they're going to be vetting and setting me up with eligible people. On the other hand, they want those folks in there who create conflict. And then you had to be witness to him dating and being with other women, and yet love prevailed overall. When it was happening, were you sort of trying to process all those competing forces?
Not really, just because I feel like I didn't think he was gonna pick me, so I just chilled and had a good time. That worked in my favor because I wasn't desperate and it wasn't getting into my head, but I can see easily how it can get into your head. You're living in a house with all of these competing forces, and you're trying to figure out how to sustain your normal
and a sense of, I don't want to say desperation, but for lack of a better term, you're thinking, okay, I've been unlucky in love, I'm going to seize this opportunity, and then it almost feeds on itself if you overthink it, right?
Oh, for sure.
Well, you guys have made it work, and in fact, you admitted that maybe you haven't watched as much primetime television as maybe you did 12 months ago, because you have a little one, Samuel. Let's take a look here.
The remote.
Now, is he always that happy?
He is.
He really is.
Happiest little boy.
My God.
We got really lucky. We keep saying our next child is probably going to be a terror because he's just such a good, happy, easygoing little boy.
So more than one, you expect?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
In the meantime, your growing family has become, in a way, a brand for you, and I want to talk about that a little bit. You have a line of family furniture now through Wayfair. How is it, because not everybody does this, you identified first off and then seized the opportunity while people still knew who you were to take it to the next level?
Well, I would say we really love the fact that the people that follow us on social media, they like that we're so family first oriented. They love the fact that we love our child so much and we put our marriage above everything else. And so that goes hand in hand with creating home furnishings, and it just so happens that we came across this incredible opportunity to design our own pieces. And
have you been inspired at all by the Gaineses, by Chip and Joanna
bit.
Gaines? I mean, they're among those folks. They're in Texas as well.
Sure. And they're a little bit more rustic. I think we're probably more on the contemporary side.
I've noticed when I got online, you kind of go the way of transitional contemporary a little bit. That's a reflection of your own taste, Catherine, or did you both bring that to the table?
What's kind of cool is that we have a very, very similar taste in home decor and really just aesthetic. So it's nice to not have those competing things, but also have a different perspective. So I'm the woman who has to deal with certain things, and the man has to deal with certain things in the home. Yeah. But everything is really easy.
All right, we have to run here, but you have Honest Tea.
Yes.
You have a stationery line. I mean, you must be busy, and a lot of this happens from home. You're working from home.
Yes, I do. I'm working with Honest Tea on this Honest campaign because that's just what we should be doing, is just being honest about our lives. I honestly didn't wash my hair today. I didn't do my hair because I don't have time. But that's, we do what we can, and I think that Sean and I just have such a blast doing all that we do.
Yeah, because social media can perpetuate false images of how people's lives really aren't, right? I call it fake book. Fake book posts. Speaking of social media, you can follow both of them on Twitter and Instagram. Instagram is Catherine Giudici. That's Giudici. She's keeping the maiden name for that. and at Sean Lowe, KSU. You guys, thank you very much.
Thanks for
being here. Nice to see you again, Sean. I know you were here in the middle of all the mayhem before we even knew Catherine was part of the picture. Nice to see you too, Catherine.